The first target of the Missouri raids of Confederate General Sterling Price was Fort Davidson, the Battle of Pilot Knob. With Pilot Knob having an iron mine and a railroad line directly to St. Louis at the time, it was a very important place. As the Confederate troops advanced towards Ironton through the Shouting Gap, they were undetected till they reached Russellville Junction, where they were seen by the pickets and they sounded the alarm. Major Wilson's cavalry detachment managed to drive the rebels back into the gap. In the battle, Major Wilson was wounded and forced to retreat. The next morning, Lieutenant Simonton, making a stand at the Ironton courthouse, receives cannon fire as the Confederate troops advanced towards the courthouse. The Federal troops, realizing they were largely outnumbered, were forced to retreat through Ironton Gap to Fort Davidson. After securing the courthouse, the Confederate troops rested and then proceeded their march to surround and capture Fort Davidson. With only a small detachment of Federal troops and the Missouri State Militia at hand, General Union and his troops were able to hold off General Price's army of 15,000 to 35,000 troops from taking the fort for a whole day. General Price sent the white flag of truce to discuss terms of surrender. General Union, knowing that there was no way they could surrender, answered with cannon fire over the heads, and the battle was on. Cannon fire rang out from both sides. The cavalry went out to protect the fort and stall the attack. More cannon fire rang out from both sides. The men from the fort fought relentlessly to hold the fort. General William Cabell from the Confederate Army thought that he had spotted the weak spot on the south wall and began to advance. As his men marched towards the south wall, the Federal troops managed to rally and hold them off. After seeing their efforts were not going to work, the casualties mounting, General Cabell retreats. The Confederates, with darkness closing in, decided to delay the battle until the next day. In the cover of darkness, General Ewing decides to sneak out of the fort and blow it up. And that was the Battle of Pilot Knob.